Gonna do a little live. It's gonna be pretty quick. You can see the thunderstorm that just rolled through here is off in the distance now. It's still hitting it pretty good. People, there's some odd things going on. And you know, it's real easy. Like I guess it's about 4 or 5 days ago, I started noticing some changes, some things that were going on. And like I said, I sensed a flatness, and I was shown that it would be that kind of a thing. And basically the only way I could explain it is like an EMP, the after effects of an EMP. Well, now, about 4 or 5 days ago, I started seeing movement. You know what I mean? And the movement I was seeing was not natural. It was not normal movement. Military movement, people. It was not normal movement. And I started looking at other things that other people are noticing and putting it all together. So all the videos people are doing of, you know, low-flying craft that don't show up. A lot of the things that are going on with people doing unnormal special ops training, where they're training, but they're training in complete darkness. Okay? So you understand that you got cold weather training in the military is when you go like to Alaska, right? And they really should give you more clothes than they do, but sometimes there's something stupid will happen and you won't be planning for it, and then, you know, whatever. It's not just, we're not just talking the not just talking the polyester blend pants that are a little warmer. We're talking full on, you need some winter gear. There's been people that have, you know, been caught a little prepared and even, you know, have their summertime stuff. Well, anyway, that's wintertime training, you know, cold weather training. Hot weather training would be, well, California or Afghanistan, a little bit of both, or any of the stands, you know, or Saudi Arabia, you know, Iraq, that area over there. It's hot. Basically, you over there, you're wearing the same things. You just wearing, you know, a whole bunch of gear, and you're gonna sweat. So you gotta hydrate. Now, and I'm not sure what just happened. As soon as I go live, like the whole world wants to be in my video. It happens. I don't even know who these people are. Oh, that's security. He's scoping that guy out to see if he's getting paid. I paid for my parking. So, anyways, just so he understands that I got mine right here. You know what I'm saying? Wherever, you see I got mine, right? So, all right, as long as he knows I got mine. Anyway, so in watching the movements and watching everything, okay, and then you hear about, they're talking about Pelosi's plane and whether it's going to Taiwan or where it's going or what. You have to look at what they're saying and look at what's happening and try to mesh it together. Try to see if it makes sense, and then come up with a more likely narrative that may make sense if you want to know the truth. Okay, so, okay, of course they're going to lie to us, and a lot of times there's ulterior motives that happen to be similar to what their story is. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, she wanted some Thai food, so she's going there. And she's not really going to Taiwan. But then, oh, you know what? Something happened, and they needed to refuel, so they stopped off in Taiwan for whatever reason. At the same time, she's the number 3 of the country, and it's not normal for people in Congress to go somewhere. But if we thought we were being attacked, or fixing to be attacked, right? You would disperse your troops, and you would disperse some of the top officials into a place where they would not be affected by it. What would you do with the number 3? Shift her off somewhere else, right, people? Anybody paying attention to anything that's going on? So they're doing nighttime drills. It's even freaking some of them out, and they're like saying, hey, look, you might want to make sure there's gas for the generator. You might want to make sure you got batteries stocked up. Something's going to pop off, and we're looking at a possible loss of, well, EMP. The first thing that Russia's going to do is they're going to send an EMP. That's the first thing they'll do. They're not going to send one missile till they send that one. Oh, and it's a big one. And it is nuclear, and it blows up in the atmosphere. 3 of those takes out all of our power grid. Just 3. They got about 300. Yeah, it's no big deal. It's just a few. They've already promised that they were going to attack. If anything was attacked to them, they were going to attack certain places. Putin was on a video. I shared it a while back. That is their game plan. Is taking out our command. Well, what happens when the command's taken out? Right? What happens depends on what they take. Well, we got some disbursement going on. So hopefully a lot, and maybe all, will make it through. You know? But it'll be a calmer place, and there won't be power. So if you got solar panels, things like that going on, that's good. If you got a little hand crank radio, that's good. If you got batteries for what flashlights you got for a little while, especially if they're rechargeable, because that lightning up there ain't gonna power what you need. If you have a carbureted vehicle, that's good, because the EMP likely will take out the electronics in, I'd say, most cars. Depends on where they're located and what shields them at the time. Well, I'm just looking at it, and it looks like it's very, very close now. Like, really close. There's no reason to be training. There's a reason for cold weather training, because, hey, what if something ever comes to Alaska? There's reason for warm, hot weather training, because what if we have to go overseas? Unless there's a new event, there's no reason to be training in the dark with live ordnances. People. You know what I mean? Now, it does make sense, the low flying stuff and the, evasive. We got disbursement. We got disbursement. So, it's smart. But those people don't even know when they're coming home. They're told it's going to be for like a week. Now, they don't know how long. It could be indefinite. I think that they are waiting, expecting, and knowing that we're going to get hit by an EMP. And there's nothing else that's going to change my mind about that. Like, it's one thing seeing the movement, and I was like, oh, well, they're doing some new kind of exercise. That's good. That's good for them. They're moving some stuff. That's good, right? Well. And then you see the other stuff going on the internet where they shut down all the cameras for the FAA on the East Coast. It's like, huh. You can't see anything for the weather, for anything. Huh. Probably because they know that they've been hacked or could be hacked and could be watched. They are very concerned, or they wouldn't be doing these things. And telling people in New York to go into the middle of their buildings in case of a nuclear attack. And then recently saying, oh, and you should have a go bag. A backpack, basically, that you have things in that you might need if you had to, in a hurry, leave everything else you own. A few important things, little water, little food, some clothes, maybe a bar of soap, simple things, your cell phone if you think it's still going to work, maybe battery backup for it, and a cord. Whatever you feel necessary. So they're telling them to have one in New York. There's a lot going on. For some reason, the governor of New York is saying, or the governor of one place is what was it? Was he a mayor? Talking about the people should start drinking tap water and that it's good and whatever. And I don't know if he's wanting them to bottle it and be ready to leave. Well, I don't know. It's muddy, the waters they're playing in. They're stirring the waters and it's all muddy. They wouldn't tell you what was going on until the day after and say, oh, by the way, you know that thing that hit you? But the problem is they can't communicate because there's not going to be any television. It'll be by bullhorn from the streets. And if you slept late, you just missed out on the whole message. Especially if they're telling people, get out now and we're taking you with us. Won't be nobody left to tell you. Cities are a nightmare. Okay? Roads were designed basically to be one-way streets out of cities in an emergency. People ain't gonna know which way to go, and if there's no red lights, there's gonna be more accidents than you could imagine at the four-way intersections, because nobody has the ability to work a four-way intersection. Just stopping and waiting your turn, people think it's their turn, and then they get hit, and then ain't nobody gonna be able to come there and work that wreck. She's gonna block everything up. So just a quick little something. I'm with them on the go bags. I'm with them on having some water, but I don't know what maybe they're putting more stuff in the water to make you docile. I don't know. They want you to hurry up and drink it. I don't know what to say. We're getting a lot of mixed messages from our own government, even to our people who are going off for training, and they're like, here, put on some night vision, don't have no lights, nothing that glows, nothing, and train with live ordinances, that kind of stuff. Crazy things. There's other people that could tell you better than this, and I got striked against my channel, and they made it where I couldn't go live and whatever. I'll be working on my own website. I'm not sweating it. It is what it is. They can't even handle my truths. I start speaking, no copyright infringement music playing in the background, nothing, like just this, and they want to do that to me. So I got other reasons, but I'll find a place. I'll find a website. There's some other places I could put my stuff, and then I really need to teach y'all people how to change the brushes in an alternator, because for real, you ain't gonna be able to go to stores. How can they ring you up? A lot of them won't even be able to take cash, and you'll be so inflated from minute to minute, they won't know what to charge. Minute to minute, this inflation. I said it a while back that a freaking shovel will cost you $100 for an old rusty shovel with no handle one day. And it'll be a day that's coming soon. Well, when you can't get anything off the shelf and you need a shovel and you're all about sustenance farming and you got nothing, you'll pay it. Because the money will be worthless from hyperinflation. Remember that, $100 for a rusty shovel. You heard it here. You also heard about the blackout that's coming right here. God bless you, people. I'm gonna get off this thing. I seen I got a couple comments. I'll check them, and then I do what I can do. Let's see. These days I just drive sitting in a cat litter box. Hate truck stop washrooms. Yup, got you. So, I wish I had answers instead of just questions this time, people. I can tell you though, it all adds up, and when you put the pieces together, they all fit. Read the title of the video. That and disbursement. God bless you. I'm gonna get off this thing. I'm out. Peace.